Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone watching from home. In the southern hemisphere, the snow is melting, the flowers are blooming, and in the northern hemisphere, the temperature is getting colder and the leaves are falling. It's that time of year again. It's OS World Cup season. We are back for the biggest tournament of the year and the only official OS tournament. I am very happy to be here. My name is Dio. I'm here for the very first stream, and I'm here specifically because two of the hardest working people among all of the staffers among the OS community have asked me and invited me to be on here. The Mappoolers for the OS World Cup this year have put in a ridiculous amount of work in getting everything ready for all of the players and you all watching from home, and I am here thanks to two of them this morning. Good morning, Shiv, and good morning, Dada.
Hello, everyone. What's up? Hope you guys enjoy the pool. It's been a long journey for us, but I hope everyone is excited.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
We've got fines aside, we have a pretty exciting map pool to go through. I think a lot of players are going to be pretty happy with this one, and I know the pooling team is pretty happy with how things have turned out as well. So I think without any further ado, we can probably get started with the very first map pool of the OS World Cup 2023.
All right. Well,
drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. Our first map, Nomad 1, it's Green Lights Serenade by Omoe, a custom map by Kawari for the qualifiers round in the OWC 2023.
Do you want to spoil it for everyone that in qualifiers every map is a custom? Because it's been that way
now.
Yeah. It's been that way for the last 2 or 3 years, I think, so it's not going to change now.
Yeah, and not only is every map a custom, but every map is going to be a song from a featured artist in Osu. Hope people enjoy it as we move on to, Nomad 1, which is going to be our jump map, sitting at around 7 stars local. I think it's around like 7.1 or 7.2 laser. This map does not let up in any way.
Yeah, it's a fairly consistent, aimey map, what people expect from what you'd call Nomad 1. Still in qualifiers, we're having everything be pretty normal. We have a couple of surprises, but for the start of this pool, everything will be pretty much as expected. Kawari did a great job of mapping this, and he was ready and available to really pull or just map another Omoe song that I haven't seen in a while. You know, this is a great feature artist. Used to be very, very popular back in the middle of last decade, so 2015, 2016. We used to love Snow Drive and stuff like that, and it's just another banger.
This map has a lot of really fun to play aim patterns, and it's a lot of comfortable jumps, but it's also a lot of somewhat awkward patterns. You've got the streams that demand a lot of aim control. You've got a lot of linear jumps, some square jumps here and there, some wide angle jumps here and there, but they're all kind of spliced in among really comfortable aims. So it's not just the back and forth cross screen jumps like you see in a lot of farm maps, for example. This does have a little bit of aim control and a little bit of awkward aim to it, which I think is nice in a Nomad 1. It makes it so you can't just, brain dead fling the cursor across the screen.
Absolutely, and this is going to be one of the long maps in the pool, sitting at just a little under 4 minutes. Definitely the consistency pick in the map pool. And I think overall, map doesn't have too many trip-up sections. There's a bit of a 1/3 section coming up, but besides that, it's pretty standard for your aim map. Pretty just solid mapping overall.
1-3 in my Nomad 1? It's more likely than you think.
It plays pretty well, though. It plays very well.
Yeah. Also worth noting is that the replayer here is Nanoya. Nanoya is also in the playtesting team this year. So anybody that you see credited in these replays are sadly not on their respective countries' teams, but they're still very skilled, and we thank them a lot for helping us with all these showcases and giving a lot of input with the pools as well, with their playtesting. It's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. There's like so many playtesters that really helped out and make this tournament work this year. So big shout out to them. Feel free to check them out on the forum post. And yeah.
Now we feel what else haven't we said about this?
Some jumps.
do we spoil the overall pool format, like the number of maps in each mod slot?
That's in the forum post. So
oh, is it already? Oh, okay,
yeah.
never mind. Yeah, four no mod, 2 hidden, 2 hard rock, 3 double time. I didn't know that was in the wiki, but yeah.
Who reads that? Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
who reads
that?
the wiki?
Anyways, yeah. That's number 1.
Actually, it's not quite no mod 1. There is a pattern after the spinner.
Yeah.
Wow, about that a little bit.
Gotta remember that. Okay, that's gonna bring us to no mod 2. It's a stream map, Fraser Edwards Alone, mapped by Chemsite for the OWC 2023 qualifiers. I don't know, no mod 1, no mod 2 are pretty as expected for most tournaments. This one's a little bit more stamina heavy than I think might be expected in qualifiers, though.
Yeah, it's less of a space stream map like we had last year, and more of a very, very taxing stamina map. The BPM I think is a little bit higher, the stream length is a little bit higher, and the background is Dragon Force.
Yeah, if you compare it to last year, this map is definitely harder on the stamina side, which is what we wanted it to function as a map. Mainly just heavy stamina streams to cover some other aspects of the pool, which you will see later on. Not going to spoil anything just yet, but yeah, I think this map is pretty done well. Pretty enjoyable, and Chemsite did a great job mapping this.
Yeah,
Still
Flame
don't
on
know
this
how
is
to
all.
pronounce his name.
Yeah, no one knows how to pronounce his name. Flame is still really comfortable on this map, so the focus really is just all on stamina with this pick. If you're just not comfortable on 200 BPM death streams, you're not going to have a good time on this. Also, this is the same artist that sings "Stop Saying We Sound Like Dragon Force," in case you were wondering about the background.
It's a legendary song title. Also, did you know that this background has nothing to do with Dragon Force? Quick history lesson. This is just a random wallpaper Lesjo found in like 2011. And then,
Yep.
because he used it for one of the Dragon Force maps, and then for another one, he did Cry for Eternity, Through the Fire and Flames, Revolution Death Squad. He just used a recolor of it, so every background from Dragon Force maps has been the same since. It's kind of like a tradition. So, yeah. I wonder if the background artist will ever say like, "Oh, stop saying I draw Dragon Force."
Oh my god.
That'd actually be devastating. But yeah, as you guys always know, for any push showcase, it's only the first 2 maps of the pool, so can't really tell what's in store, so just hold tight as the rest of the pool is shown, because there's some really cool ideas, I think, that really separate this qualifier pool from the previous OWCs.
What's also curious about this song specifically is that you can see the last chorus repeats. It's repeated once thus far, and it's gonna do that a lot. So when you think this map is maybe a little bit easier, you're gonna reach this last like chorus section that's gonna repeat a lot, and you're gonna eventually realize that stamina isn't infinite. Hopefully.
This is
Or is
quite
it?
taxing. Dude, like, when I saw this as 6.6 stars, that was actually crazy. Like, it's like around 7 stars in laser, but like, this does not look like a 6.6 star map.
6.6 stars local. We love local star rating.
That's number 2.
All right, we've had a couple mechanics maps so far. Let's get into some less straightforward tests of skill. Nomad 3 Kabocha featuring Senzai Morphobia, mapped by Artizen.
El Condor Passes brought us a replay for today. But this is a great art map by RTYZ, mainly meant to be a little snappy but a little bit of flow as well. Kind of just like a generic alt map. But he does it in his always traditional style. with a lot of reading elements, I feel. So it's really cool.
This is maybe you would call this like a traditional alt map, but for boomers like me, I think this is like modern tech mapping, or modern alt mapping, sorry, where it has like a lot of tech elements, a lot of like different spacing of the 1/4s, and it has a lot of cursor control, a lot more than you usually see from like traditional alt maps, like you'd say like the vowels and the PKKs of the world. So yeah, a lot of cursor control, not much rhythm, but a lot more like sliders as well, and not much real stoppage time.
Yeah, it felt like when I was playing this map, it felt like it was just full of slider streams. Obviously, watching it back, that's not the case, but they're so frequent in this map that it does kind of blend a little together, and you get this kind of mashup of, you know, mostly alt, but a lot of the, like you said, kind of modern tech elements also just mixed in there, kind of all over the place. So very different, I think, from what a lot of people kind of expect alt to be if you're going back a few years, but not too far out of the ordinary nowadays.
Also, yeah, not to get too inside baseball-y with these showcases, but Artisan, the mapper of this, had to come through in like a very short amount of notice, and he really like outdid himself. This is an amazing map, and he did it like very much of a short deadline. So please, if anybody can show some love for Artisan in the chat, it would be very appreciated. That guy's a legend.
My goats! But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, yeah, pretty standard, but I think the Nomad pool for qualifiers this year is pretty standard overall. So yeah, all this stuff gets a little more interesting. But in terms of skills and structure, I still think this map is really cool.
Also, it's the first miss in our showcase. I guess
this play is so terrible. Oh my god.
True. I think if he had hens instead of hooves, I think he would be better at this map.
Yeah.
Do you guys know hooves are actually just giant fingernails, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Fun fact about horses.
How do you know that?
Horse-related animals. I just know a lot of random
He
biology
loves
facts, man.
horses.
I'm the science guy.
Okay. Oh yeah, he has hooves. Now I get it. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, good replay by my favorite horse, the Pro 365.
El Condor pasa.
You know, like the lore behind his name is like he lost like a role, and he just like changed his name, and then he started watching Uma Musume because of it. Like,
oh my god!
Now it's like unironic. Now he actually likes that show.
And now, like a month ago, he had somebody bring a Uma Musume figure over to
Oh,
Toronto.
don't even bring it up. Don't.
Oh
even bring
my
it up.
god! All right. We'll leave that.
It's terminal now.
It's terminal.
Oh,
it
for
really
sure.
is. Okay, that was the Nomad 3. Relatively standard Nomad pool once again, and so we go into the tech map in Nomad 4, Vespera by Zek, mapped by Down for the 2023 qualifiers of OWC.
Not often do you get a map that's in qualifiers, which is all featured artists. So the song is a featured artist, and it's mapped by a featured artist too. So yeah, Down making it happen as well. Everybody's familiar with Down. He's one of the probably most famous modern mappers around, especially for tech. And he comes through yet again with a very cool tech map for qualifiers, I think.
This is really like kind of unexpected for most people who are familiar with Dan recently, which is like, oh, he's doing a bunch of like rhythm stuff, but he's still able to make a lot of these other solid skill set maps like tech, like aim, alt as well, and he really delivered on this one as well, I feel.
Yeah, Down, very similar to what our Tizen did for Nomad 3, came through at the last second for the roundtable when we had issues getting a custom song mapped and turned around a tiebreaker in 24 hours that was just a full mix of tons of different skill sets. Yeah, he still got it for tech also. This is a really fun map. A lot of finger control, a lot of aim control. I think notably a little less slider aim than a lot of other modern tournaments. You know, a lot of other tournaments you see like Sharu, Halgo types of maps. This one still has that, but it's not, I think, the complete primary focus. It's more of a split focus between a lot of traditional tech elements instead.
Yeah, it's very section based. The first section has a lot of like cut streams and stuff like that, where it goes into more slider based rhythms later on. And then the last guy has a mix of both.
The stream map. So yeah, thank you so much to Augie for the replay. Obviously not playing for Hong Kong, but able to help out with replays, which is really awesome.
Yeah, no Suwagi for Hong Kong, I think, is a big surprise for a lot of people this year, but I think it was their roster came out and then he joined the playtest.
Yeah,
team,
exactly.
so.
He literally just didn't want to play. Or not enough time, I think, is what he said. But replays don't take that much time, fortunately, for somebody like him. But yeah, you can. I guess you could coin this kind of stream techie, but
A little.
I think there's a good amount of size as well, and it's important to apply some contrast of hidden one.
Speaking of which, let's move on to the hidden one. We've got a very, what I think of as non-standard hidden one for this pool. Glaz by Yunosuke, mapped by Fa. This is not your grandpa's awkward aim AR9 CS4 wide angle jump hidden one. This is an alt tech hybrid at CS5. Very, very different sort of hidden one.
Yeah, and like this is really where it starts to be like, okay, this is going to be a lot different in terms of skill set expression, and decided to move out the generic hidden one awkward aim map for something that does a lot more. And this just happens to be, as you already said, alt tech at 150 BPM, 2 minutes of CS5 on the harder side definitely, but also very short. Balance out the difficulty.
We continue a long-standing tradition of 3 years of having Hidden 1 be potentially the map with the least amount of total score in qualifiers. It's very... this is a map that's very tough to be consistent on, and both me and Azer can attest to that, having played the map.
And yeah, shout out to the mapper for honestly not really a common custom map. I think this is like one of his first ever custom maps. I don't think he ever really did tournament mapping before, but
yeah, he recently came back.
Mm-hmm.
He was inactive for a while, and then he got interested in tournaments and signed up, and we were like, hey, we know you, you're good.
That stream in the middle, by the way, that looks really hard. That actually plays very well. I had far more trouble with all the other patterns in this map than that middle stream. I think that pattern plays really, really well. I don't think a lot of people will have too much trouble with it as long as you're good on the flow aim.
Mm-hmm.
And I did say this was not your grandpa's hidden one. I apologize to Azer. Apparently this is, actually. He's still got the hidden one.
Azer's locked in, bro. But yeah, hopefully this does feel a lot different compared to Nomad 4. Definitely the BPM is making a large difference, as well as obviously hidden and the precision element. So I feel like what it brings to the table in terms of skill set, I guess uniqueness is really cool.
And if you're one of these very reactionary people that instantly see two tech maps or tech-ish maps in a row and think WTF, all tech maps, then I think there won't be any tech maps for a while. So just hold your horses there.
Yeah, this one is definitely not a tech map. Natsuno Owari by Second Wall, mapped by Zelk, and I don't know if that's Panda Hero or Local Hero.
It's heroin. It's heroin.
What the? Okay, never mind. I got trolled.
I think the name was Some Hero, no?
At one point? Could not tell you.
But yeah, this is going to be where the aim went in the hidden pool, mixed in with Air 8. Just a combination of two skill sets has a bit of overlap. And if you guys already remember from last year, where Zelk made Unleash, or was it 2 years ago? I think it was last year though. But definitely plays a little similar. Kind of went for the same, I think, theme of map. But yeah, this kind of wide angle awkward aim on Air 8 is a really cool skill set.
Yeah, and J-pop, J-rock. I don't even know what this genre is, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice contrast to the pool. I feel like this map isn't very like polarizing by any means. I think that how it contrasts with the hidden one makes it so that the maps work very well with each other. Doesn't have too much flow because of the hidden one, and obviously has way more aim.
Yeah, way more aim. The BPM is like 30, 35 more, or 25 I guess, because it's 155. But there's hardly any flow. I think there was a bit, and then we simplified the stream shape somewhat. And it's mostly just awkward aim and big aim, I guess. So it's a very nice map to play. I think it ended up being very cool, I think, as someone who plays AR8 Hidden a lot. I love playing this map after all the changes and... No, don't laugh, come on.
All the changes. It took a while.
Even as someone who... Oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, I think that overall this map plays really fun overall. I think I was a big fan almost the entire time, but I think that it just feels really satisfying to play.
Even as someone who doesn't really play AR8 Hidden all that much, I had a lot of fun playing through this map. And a lot of that is due to these types of aim patterns that just take what you would expect them to be, like just straight up linears. They throw linears at you, and then they throw like linears that go backwards through themselves onto you, like that pattern right there. And that kind of contrast and juxtaposition between the normal patterns and the patterns that are trying to throw you off is very fun to play through.
Yeah.
Oh, I was wondering where they'd lose Ak, and then they lost Ak on the double.
A little bit of a trip up at the end, but good replay by Tsuwagi.
That last slider looks like a cat. A little bit.
Thanks, guys, at Chip. Nobody else, just Chip. What?
Yeah,
It's a 20 classic right now, actually.
Chip didn't make this map, but dude.
Yeah, it's okay. Anyways, on to Hard Rock 1. Some people wanted aim. Unfortunately, we have a data map instead.
Yeah, you know who made this one? It's me.
Wait, it's crazy, actually. Wait, it's 240? Whoa, what's going on here?
What the heck?
Wait. And
it has bursts? Excuse me?
Has a multitude of skill sets. It's going to be snap aim at 240. Has a lot of flow aim you'll see in the key eye, and a little bit of burst at the start of the map. This is it's like half speed. There's like a little bit of speed at the start, but it's mainly ult. But see you later on.
It's like, this isn't ult in the traditional sense because the BPM is right in that threshold where everyone that single tap says this is a single tap map, and everyone that alt says no, this is an alt map.
And here comes the flow in the key eye.
Flow and rhythm is also a big part of this. There's a lot of 1-6, a lot of, I guess would be 1-8 technically, or I guess it would be 1-3 and 1-4, but because it's 240. But yeah.
Row by Necrogoblicon. This is A, cool song. B, yeah, like you guys have said, a lot of stuff going on in this map. I really liked the flow aim portions. I think the snap aim plays very, very comfortably. I can't hit anything above 180 BPM, so the speed parts were not my favorite. But hey, I think it works for the pool. I think this is a good introduction into some of the speedier stuff in the pool, especially when we have the double 200 BPM Nomad 1, Nomad 2. I think the pool was kind of needing something a little bit faster at this point.
Also, don't worry, Dio. I also was like double tapping whenever I play tested this. At one point, I did have to make a specific stream more double tappable because I couldn't. And I didn't want this to be like completely unplayable for people with finger deficiencies such as myself and Shiv. And you, and everyone in this call, actually.
Everyone in this call, yeah.
Or hoof deficiencies in the case of El Condor Pasa.
Yeah, for sure. Man, this slot is really the only heavy burst part. The rest of the map is pretty much just all and a lot of aim control.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rhythm in the KIs, and in the last KI, the spoilers, there will be a rhythm section because it like does a refrain of the chorus, but yeah.
And yeah, flow is definitely a little more intensive than the first KI.
You know, I can read German. This is the rhythm section.
Grandy Senpai or Grandy Senpai DT1, Loki.
True.
That's
I wonder if this being kind of an awkward, non-traditional slot will make other slots maybe more, like, maybe different? Who knows? Who knows if this will change other slots balancing?
That'd be crazy. Poolers paying attention to what skill sets are in the map and changing the slots based on that. That's no one has ever done that before in the history of map pooling. Speaking of which, we have 2 hard rocks in this pool. Banana DX Choco Crepe by Umeboshi Chasuke. Again, mapped by Star Sticks. Yet another custom map, because the whole pool is custom, for the Qualifiers pool this year.
Yeah, I think that so the difference between this Hard Rock and Hard Rock one is that this rhythm is extremely predictable. Besides, like, okay, so in Hard Rock 1 you had the Kia, which was like very repetitive, but besides that, the rest of the map is like pretty difficult to kind of like predict. But this one, like, the rhythm literally stays the exact same, and that's the entire kind of gimmick. Until this one section in the middle, which you'll see. And it's going to be a lot of versus skill sets. It's mainly precision control, but a lot of aim, a lot of flow as well.
A lot of aim, and yeah, since Hard Rock 1 is less about big aim, this one is going to be more about just your regular type of aim, just switch it up to CS 6.5. And it's not even 6.5 exactly, because it actually ends up being 6.24, because 4.8 base. We did this so that some of the wiggles, or some of the bursts could feel a little bit more friendly, because the way they're done is like in a sort of like acceleration kind of way, so it didn't end up feeling a little bit RNG, like too much RNG. We ended up increasing the CS a little bit, or I guess decreasing if you think about it in that way.
Yeah, this section is like the really cool like aim control section, by the way. Kind of like this constant rhythm reappearing over and over again.
Yeah, I like the way this does precision, because it's a lot of aim, but then you've also got all of the flow aim elements and kind of wiggle streams and the finger control aside from that. So it's a lot of very different things, but all of them I think are usually what you would tend to see in a precision slot, just isolated from each other. And here they're all mixed together, which makes all of the individual elements that much
Look
harder.
away from your screen.
Wow, my favorite replay by Librarian. Hope she has seen this map.
You can look back now.
You can look back now. Okay, so we were talking about, hey, the Hard Rock 1 is 240 BPM, and, maybe the poolers looked at the different slots to kind of determine what kind of maps should go in each slot, right? Well, here's Double Time 1 Dream by Joyless, mapped by Light, or Nesanya for this pool.
Yeah,
270?
275.
This is a speed map. I can't do the
speed
bursts. I can't top 270. What?
It's speed map replay by Wix though. Oh, you already know what's up. Fast aim pick. A lot of reading as well. 10.3. This is meant to be one of the dedicated aim picks in the pool as well.
One of the dedicated aim picks it is, because I believe, spoilers again, throughout this whole map, this has maybe one triple. I don't think it even has one.
Triple.
Yeah.
No, I think there's literally 0-1-4 in the entire song. I think there's no triples, no bursts whatsoever in this, which is very unique as far as DT1s go. Usually there's some.
Yeah, if you like 10.3 and you hate triples and you hate using two fingers, and instead only like to, mash your keyboard with both fingers at once, this is a reasonable map for you. And I would recommend you pester your local BN about ranking this once this is over. This is a joke. I did it. I did it in jest. Don't actually do that. But yeah, very, very traditional, very kind of comfortable aim map. It just ends up being on a faster BPM so that it doesn't end up very, very easy.
Mm-hmm. It's good BPM balance for the rest of the aim maps in the pool. So you have obviously like a 180 BPM in Hidden 2. You have a 200 aim map in No Mod 1. Hard Rock 1 240. Hard Rock 2 like 180, 190 I think, and this one's 270. So all different ranges to really amplify the experience of each separate map. Thank you to Wix for this replay. Thank you to Mappa and Netsananya. Netnasanya. Why did I say? I pronounced it completely wrong actually.
You were. As you tend to do with a lot of mappers. You did say RT Wisen?
True.
Wait, it's art. Wait, what?
It's Artisan.
I think everyone pronounces it Artisan. Also, did you know that Lucent's name is actually Lucent, and not Lucent?
No, I did not know at all. I did not know.
Yeah.
I learned that yesterday.
You learn something new every day.
DT2?
DT2. Bamboo Dance by A1 featuring Shiori, mapped by Nanoya. Nanoya, both a playtester and a mapper this year. This map's pretty cool. It's not it's not the super standard, just pure stream DT2, although there is a lot of that in this map. It's got a couple other things going on.
So this is going to be kind of the 230, 235 BPM tapping pick with a lot of finger control and stamina as well.
Yeah, so it ended up being, back when he first made the drafts for this, it ended up being a very finger controlling map. And we were like, okay, we can up the stamina on this because it ended up a little bit easy. And then he upped the stamina and it ended up becoming a very tough map. This map is not to be underestimated. This is very, very tough. And even for people who are I wouldn't say mashers, but are very looting pilled, and they just have rapid trigger addiction. If you just mash indiscriminately in this map, you will miss. It has some very awkward rhythms for you to parse. So only the real stamina, real speed players can properly play this. I would reckon.
Yeah, it's that really kind of it's lower BPM than your average super fast speed map, but it actually plays it's all a kind of heavy stuff. There's a lot of different finger control elements that really force you to be really comfortable at this type of BPM for speed.
Also, Lucent apparently meant the exact opposite of what he typed yesterday, so don't mind me, it's actually pronounced Lucent. This is a correction. This is a state-issued correction.
Okay.
To be fair, he literally typed, did you know that it's typed Lucent and not Lucent? And then he's retracting himself now. So.
Oh my god.
My bad.
Yeah,
this map is cool. Do you remember the old version of this map, Dio?
I don't think I do, because again, I am finger deficient. So when I was actually playtesting, I didn't touch the double time.
No,
man.
but I mean
everything outside of double time.
The old version of this this.
Oh, an old ranked set?
Old ranked set by Frostborn.
Oh, jeez.
Classic.
Probably not, considering I was the aim guy way back when Frostborn was an active mapper.
Right, thank you to Jackson for the replay. Really good speed player from USA. He shredded. But yeah, I think this map is a lot harder than 6.8 stars.
I think this gets buffed half the star rating on the site.
It goes
this
to
7.5.
Yeah, it goes to 7.5 in laser. So it's almost
nuts.
0.7 stars higher. Because the finger control aspect.
Wild.
Right. On to DT3. What speed map do we have?
Yeah.
What speed map do we got? Wait.
Squirrel Pascals.
Oh, hell.
Not Falling by Sable Hills, mapped by Squirrel Pascals. This map is also criminally underrated in star rating.
So, we argue that there's already enough tapping in the pool across multiple skills, just like Hard Rock 1, Nomad 2, and DT2. So we have a little bit more finger control, 206 BPM. There's going to be reading as well, 10.2.
This is tough. I don't know
This
if you
is
noticed.
probably one of the hardest maps in the pool.
Yep.
This is a practice map, but for all the people who have practiced this map in the playtesting team, they do say that once you do practice, it's not as tough as it looks. I've seen like a trend as I've mapped and played in Mappool tournaments, and it's that maps with big circle size and high slider velocity tend to look a lot tougher than they are.
This is not 291 BPM.
Yeah, no, this currently is 206. Or I guess... Yeah, no, it's 206. It becomes 291 right now.
But I hope after everyone's seen the pool, now you can form your opinions if the pool is trash. And as always, feel free to send feedback into the channel where me and Dada will do our best to fight against 50,000 people. And Miles as well, don't forget he's here as well. He's
And
on the showcase.
Wixinator. Specifically
Oh yeah, Wixinator is
for
for sure making an appearance. I've
Yeah.
actually wanted the PvP so bad.
Hey, we don't call it PvP.
Oh
we
my
call it respectfully disagreeing and having our
Oh,
own
true,
reasons.
true.
But hey, if you do find a particular map or like a particular pattern of a map specifically, or if you think something has an issue, please do like notify us immediately. Sometimes these things do slip by. If you have like an offset that you think is like a little bit wrong, or like these things, you can play test them and like look at them for a billion years, and sometimes they're just caught like way too late. Or maybe sometimes they're just caught by people who are actually having to play the map 60 billion times, like you. So, yeah, please do notify us if you think one of the maps has something wrong on it, or if you think one of the maps is trash.
And yeah, pretty much last bit of DT3 as we round the map pool. Thanks to all the replayers that helped out. Thanks to everyone to watch. Of course, as always, feel free to send any message. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope everyone has a fun time in this qualifiers.
Good luck to all of the teams playing in qualifiers this year. There's a grand total of 57 registered teams. The OS World Cup keeps growing year after year with more and more teams. I think last year we were at, what was it, 53 or 51? So it's a big jump from last year up to 57 now this year. Going to be another really competitive qualifiers, and I'm really excited to see how things turned out. Thanks again to all of the map pooling team, since no one else is here to thank you. Thanks for all of the hard work and actually putting together all of this alongside the playtesters and replayers, who of course do some of the work as well. And I think that's going to be it for the qualifiers showcase in the OS World Cup 2023. Good luck again to everyone playing in the qualifiers. We hope you all make it into top 32. And we will be back next weekend with both the qualifiers seeding results as well as the round of 32 map pool showcase. Signing off from the OS World Cup. This was Dada, Shiv, and Dio for the OWC 2023 Qualifier Showcase. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all next weekend.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.